áudio foda, né?
Welcome back, everyone.
We had to take a short little break, but we're back now. So, sis, what would be your dating expectations? Just to name a few.
Okay, my number one top dating expectation is definitely transparency.
Okay.
I want someone to be transparent with me in all aspects, whether it's good, bad, we disagree, we agree. I need you to be transparent, honest, loyal, and commitment minded.
Yes.
For me. Yep.
For me, I agree with everything you said because, I just want to add one thing: communication.
Yes.
A healthy communication is very, very important, especially to have a long, healthy relationship, because you got to know how to communicate your feelings, especially because you don't want it to be where your partner doesn't feel comfortable to let you know if they're mad, if they're sad, if they're angry.
Exactly.
And they'll give you what they call the silent treatment.
Yes.
And that's the worst. That's the worst type of communication ever.
Yes.
And like the transparency as well. Like, be honest with me. Even if it's bad or good, let me know. And I feel like, we always have to make sure that every now and then we check in. Like, are we good?
Okay.
Do we want to fix something? Do we need to fix anything? Always check in with your partner. That's very, very important. Just to make sure you guys are still on the same track. There's nothing's missing, something's lacking. Have that conversation,
Yep.
And honesty, be honest with me. Whether it's bad or good, just
whether it's
be
good, bad,
honest.
Yeah, I agree, and also make that space safe, comfortable for your partner to come to you and say, "Hey, look, this is what's going on with me." I found myself at one time, I was, I had the silent treatment put on me and I was lost. I'm like, what happened? What's going on? And I couldn't figure it out until I'm like, hey, look, something is not right. We really need to talk, like, why you're acting the way you are. And eventually it came out, and it was something so small to me, but it was big to him, and we kind of fixed it and got back on track and stuff. So communication is the key.
And also, like you said, a safe space.
A safe space.
Like your partner, your man is supposed to feel like he can come to you. And you're not going to judge him. You're not going to throw it in his face. And another time, you guys are mad at each other, Once you create that safe space for him, you have no problem with him opening up. He'll just come to you, babe, I feel X, Y, and Z today.
Yeah.
And you also gotta learn your man. Was it the love language?
Yes, I heard of love language.
Yeah. I just got into that, so I'm still kind of new to that. Like, what the different types of love languages?
I'm still trying to figure out mine.
For me,
what is your love language?
Well, by what I read, my love language is physical touch.
I think that's
like
mine.
I always gotta touch my man. Like, we gotta hold hands. I'll be smothering him.
Oh.
And that's my love, like physical touch. And I do like what is it? Quality time.
Okay.
Like I like for you to spend time with me, even if it's just 5 minutes. Like, we gonna enjoy them 5 minutes.
Yeah. Right?
What's yours?
I'm not sure what it's called, but so instead of physical touch, like touching on my man, I like for him to touch on me. So affection, maybe. I like to be touched and held and caressed and stuff like that. But I'm not always. Don't hold this against me, but I'm not always willing to do like the same for him. Like I like to be touched. Like touch me. So
Okay.
I don't know.
But do he like to be touched?
Maybe.
Yes. You gotta find that out.
Well, of course he does, but you know,
Find out what he like. And ladies, that's another.
I know what he likes, but I'm like,
ladies, you gotta find out what your man
find
like
out what your man like
and how he like it.
and how he like it.
So that way you
yeah.
can that's a whole other discussion. In other words, ladies, get to know your man in all areas.
In all areas. Yeah.
And so you got the physical touch. What other one you got?
I think that's my main one.
Okay.
Yeah, physical touch. Yeah, that's my main one. I'm still learning my love language, you know, but
Okay.
I know for sure that's definitely one. And maybe communication. I don't know if that's a love language or my partner, he calls me like beautiful. He calls me gorgeous. He's like, hi, my queen. How, you know, and this is like on a daily thing, like every day. So I guess that feels good to me. So maybe affirmation, that could be it. Or, you know, he's always like complimenting stuff. So maybe.
And another thing too, would be for me is when we're dating, we need to be dating for the end goal. Like, is the end goal marriage?
Okay.
You know, and that's really important when finding a partner as well. Like, does he or she wants to be married? If that's your end goal, if that's your goal in a relationship, is at the end of the day to be married, that part, you and your partner has to be on the same page, because if you guys are not on the same page, it's not gonna happen.
Absolutely. And I think these things need to be said up front.
Yeah.
Up clear, you know, because sometimes you will find yourself in situations too, like, okay, I'm just going to go with the flow of things. And it's like deep down inside, if you know you want to be a wife, or you know one day you want to be married, you know, you let that be known up front, because he may not want that. You know, he may be looking for something just to have fun with, or something for the time being, or he probably like, oh, I'm gonna go with the flow too, you know. And then as time go on, later on, marriage comes up, but it's like he may not feel the same way that you felt, you know. So I think these things need to be like communicated early on.
I believe that too. So I was talking to someone the other day, and they were talking about how you have some girlfriends doing wifely duties, right?
Okay.
And my take on that would be, some men just know right off the bat. They see you, they say, hey, that's my wife. I know that's my wife. Some men, they don't necessarily know that right away. And that's okay, because everybody's different, you know. For the guys that don't know right away that you're a wife, or that you're his wife, you do have to have some type of qualities about you that makes you a wife. You know, like if you're nurturing, he's going to look at all that. You know, can he come to you? Your communication style. How do you communicate? You know, how are you with kids? Because some people want to get married and have kids. How are you with children? You know, how are you peaceful? Are you making, say you guys live together, are you making your household a peaceful environment for you guys to come home and talk and have fun? Are you that way? You know, but it's like nowadays, women want you to automatically just treat them as a wife, and they're not showing no type of qualities of a wife.
They haven't shown any parts that I have in response to what you're saying, because I can say now I've been on both sides of the fence. Okay. So I was in that relationship that, you know, where marriage was an issue that was brought up. We both had the goal to get married. We did moved in together. We did do the kid thing, the children, and we lived the whole life together. And I still did not end up as his wife for whatever reason, right? So you can show those qualities and you can be that nurturing and that understanding in this business. And we both have the goal of marriage on our mind. So I think we were on the path, together. But however, it didn't happen. So what I took from that was back then. This is way, way back sometime. The woman that I am now, and because of who I am now, I will never, and I say never, I would never move in with a man before marriage. I would not show him how, good I am in bed before marriage. I would not bring my children, like, unless I know for sure, like, this is going to happen, like, positively is going to happen. Like, I had to learn to stop doing wife things as a girlfriend level. And I took all of that away. And I feel so much better. It's so, like, you think so clear now, in that situation. So I'm just saying, I've been on both sides, but I had to learn those levels because as a woman, we will sometimes in our relationships, like, okay, so let me show him how great I am. He'll make me his wife. Oh, let me show him how good I can cook. He'll make me his wife. Or let me how good I can make him feel good physically. He's gonna bump me up to that wife. But then you gotta think about it. If he getting all these things at a girlfriend level, what's gonna make him commit to being a husband or make you his wife if he already got everything, so I had to learn that. And I'm like, the woman I am now, like, no, you're gonna have to drag me down that I'm like, I'm not doing it. I can still give you me, like, communicate, get to know you, this and this. I ain't cooking no hot meals. To me, that's a wife thing.
Okay, but let me ask you this.
That's just me.
Now, for the guy, now, for, like, again, like, some guys may know right off the bat, they see you're my wife. I just know you my wife, right?
They may, yeah.
And then you got some guys that don't know yet. Some guys don't even know what to look for in a wife just yet. And then let's say they do. But you have to give them, like, I'm not saying give all these, like, you guys meet yesterday. And you just giving him all these. No, you can't give him every single part of you. You're right. I agree with you on that part. But you do have to show some type of qualities of a wife to be a wife.
Yes.
Just because some guys won't know right off the bat, like, this is my wife. Now, don't give 100% of yourself. You know what I'm saying? But you do got to show some type of qualities of a wife to make your wife. It's like how you carry yourself, how you are. You know what I mean? But... And then to come back to you now, when it didn't happen with the marriage and everything, did you every now and then check in with him, like, are we good? Like, what's going on?
Absolutely.
And then another thing, did you make it a safe space for him to come to you?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's good.
From what I could tell, we had, like, this amazing connection. We had this amazing communication. And believe it or not, up to this day, I still care for him as a person. Would I ever go back? No. Ever. No. But yeah, we had that bond. We really did. And I just think it is a lesson learned.
Okay.
For those guys who don't know, like, what they want in a wife and who they see, only thing that I really have to say about that is that you have to give it a time frame. It doesn't take a man long to know, like, I'm going to make her my wife. This is because that man, when he see all those qualities in you and he's spending time with you and he's there, he's he don't want no one else to have you. So he's going to do what it is that he needs to do to take you off the market, to snatch you up and say, because listen, the type of woman that I was before, when that man said, "Oh, you my wifey," men be throwing titles out there sometimes. Oh,
I was never feeling that.
I'm his wifey, so now you already. But in reality, no, you're not. You're just his partner, or his girlfriend, or however. So you just have to, I don't know. I learned a lot. Like, it doesn't take a man to, like, you're not going to spend, me personally, I'm not going to spend 10 and 12 years with a man who doesn't know or hasn't married me yet by that time. If I know, like, I want to be a wife, I know, this is what I want. I'm not going to do 10 years with him and he's still deciding, or 10 years and he haven't proposed. Or no, I give myself a mental cutoff date. Like, listen, I'm out. I love you. We amazing, but I know what I want for myself. So you have to meet or find someone to meet you where you at in that level. That man that's ready, got his ducats in a row, ready to be married, ready to make you his wife. Let's do this.
Let me ask you this. So some guys, let's just put some guys, just because they didn't marry you, like, right away. Like, just say, like, you guys were dating for 2 years or 3 years. Now, but again, it goes back to communication. As long as you guys having that communication and he's saying, listen, I'm going to make you my wife, but I just need to get my ducks in a row. Okay. Whether it's financially or whatever the case may be, Okay. So let's just say he's telling you, I'm gonna marry you, you're gonna be my wife, but yes, I just need to get X, Y, and Z together first. He's getting all his ducks in a row. Making sure so when you guys do come to the table and you guys get married, that you guys are not struggling and don't have to worry, because naturally a man is wired to be like a provider.
Absolutely.
So he wants to make sure that that he's going to be able to provide for the family.
Absolutely.
So that's for that part. Now, for the guys who taking so long to marry, a woman, they just not ready yet, and then it's time to just cut your losses, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? But for the guys that do want to be married, and it's just certain things that's in the way, communicate that with your partner, so that way you guys are on the same page and you guys can work towards it.
Yes. I was saying, you work with you. Number one, you got to have patience too.
Yeah.
In any type of relationship, marriage and stuff, you need patience. Everyone don't work at the same pace. There will be obstacles in the way that you guys can get over. Again, I would say, give yourself a mental time frame.
I do agree with you on that.
And that's just. That's it, I've learned to slow down, because you find that connection and you find that person that makes you feel wonderful, and you do want to spend the rest of your life with this person and stuff. But at the same time, in reality, you have to communicate and see where this person is at in real time, in reality, because everybody is not the same. This man may love you, he may be in love with you, but who to say that marriage is his goal? It may not be,
That's why that conversation needs to be had when you first start dating. Like, rather than, what's your favorite color? What you like to eat? No.
Yeah, you need to know.
What is your plan? As for dating, are you dating for a purpose? What are we doing?
And too, as women sometimes, or as anybody, I'm not just going to say women, as anybody, sometimes you may not be comfortable bringing up these questions because you may have the fear of pushing that person away.
Then let them go.
So where we going with this? What you want to do? Like, how, but these,
you don't gotta approach it like that.
No, but I'm saying these are but these are the tough questions that need to be, communicated and talked about early on,
Yeah.
instead of wasting that 5 and 10, 15 years, and then you finally get a hush up ring or something like
Yeah,
that.
like, take this.
Like, like no.
But I will say this though. I will say this. I think it's very important when, especially if you're dating for marriage, it's very important, in my opinion, to make sure, like, first of all, patience is key, like you said, sis.
Yes.
Because I would want to be around my partner with the all types of seasons in their lives. When they're up, when they're down, I need to see how you operate. If you're under stress, when you're under stress, I need to see all of that. And I need to make sure that we mesh well when we're both going through different things outside of each other. You know, that's very important.
Very important.
Because once you're married, that's forever, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I need to make sure that everything that I experienced you in every type of form that I could possibly can before I get married. That's very important, because let's say we're married and I never experienced you, how you get stressed out and how you act and how you operate, and now we're on the verge for being separated. Now we gotta go to therapy, couples counseling now, all because I just need to be a little bit more patient to see you, how you operate in different seasons of your life, and you see how I operate in different seasons
absolutely.
of
Absolutely.
our lives.
I agree, and I just want to add on to that too. So for me personally, I need my partner to be healed from past trauma or whatever.
Oh, yes, definitely.
Whatever happened in their past or whatever they're going through and stuff, I need that person healed, because you know, I've gone through my stuff. I did my healing, and everybody healed at a different pace, you know. But when you starting something new and fresh, like, just don't bring the past, like,
yes,
to that. Like, just leave that, you know. But I need you to heal, because I'm not where I am now. I'm not in the space to help you heal. Like, to me, I think that's a self journey. Like,
it is.
Like, take the time that you need to heal. You know this. You know, and that's, you know, I think things will flow much easier when you heal from your past.
It is, and you have a more healthy relationship, because two broken people can't be together.
Yeah, you
can't.
You need to heal.
Like, get healed.
Get healed.
And if you went through a breakup, or you went through a breakup, or whatever the case is,
like,
heal first.
Get that out the way. You know, because some people would jump from
relationship to relationship.
It's exhausting.
Yes.
Emotionally, like, it's so exhausting. Like, no, now you're bringing this into
this relationship,
and then this, and then this, and it's like, everybody's not the same. So you can't.
And you know what? I had to realize that too, because I had went from one relationship. This was before. I had went from one relationship to the next relationship, and I wasn't properly healed yet. So I brought everything that happened in this relationship to this relationship, and it was a disaster.
Wow.
So I said, you know what?
Take that time. Yeah.
I needed to take some alone time. Like, it's okay. It's okay for us to be alone for a season.
Yes.
It's okay. That's when we start the healing process. We start our journey to healing, and so we're able to we're able to have a healthy relationship with our next partner, because that's not fair to them to bring what happened in my past relationships to this person, and I just met him.
Yeah.
And it's like, and he's looking at me like, I didn't even do nothing. Like, that's not fair to him or her. So, brothers, sisters, heal first,
please,
and then start a new relationship.
Take that time that you need.
Don't bring that old baggage to the airport.
Yes. Okay. And know your triggers. Like, know your triggers. Be transparent. Be real with yourself.
Can I add this though? Your triggers are only triggers because you haven't healed from that yet.
Yes. So you have to recognize that.
Yes.
Before, know your triggers. Or at least, if your trigger, be healed to the point where you know how to handle your own stuff.
No, you need to be healed all the way.
You need to handle that. Yeah. You know, I mean, because you don't know when you're going to get triggered. Like, something can trigger you. But, you know, if you heal from that, you will know how to handle that and not bring it on to the next person or project it onto this situation and that, So I think that's part of healing. Knowing your triggers and knowing how to internalize it and know how to deal with it, deal with yourself, because you healed already. So how do you feel if someone asks you something, is that the same of accusing?
What you mean?
So if I feel like, are you cheating on me? Do you feel like I'm asking you, or do you feel like I'm accusing you?
I'm asking. Well, you're asking.
But what made you ask me?
Yeah, that would be the follow-up. Like, hey, why you say that? What happened? We need to sit down. We need to talk about this. It's all about how you approach things, your tone you use, because it's different from, somebody texting somebody and you like, who is you texting? Who's you texting this time of night? You cheating on me? Rather than, babe, wow. I noticed you was texting late at night the other day. I just want to know, is it somebody else? Like, and they'll be like, babe, why you ask me that? But if you yelling at them, they're not gonna respond well to that.
Okay.
It's all about the tone you use when you approach a guy.
And you approach it.
Yeah, like how you come off. If you come off like you cheating on me and I know you cheating, who is she? It's like, what? Like, you don't know who that could be. Right. Like, it could be anybody. Rather than babe, for some reason, I felt some type of way last night because you was texting at this time of night.
Now, if you healed,
well,
if you healed,
but
why would you act like,
no,
is that a trigger? Like,
back to you. Remember I said you were right as far as if I see him texting and my ex used to text the same way at night. Now, if I'm healed, I'm going to approach it, hey, babe, just the tone and everything. Hey, babe. Instead of who you was texting last night, I seen it and this happened. I seen it before. I'm not beat. Give me your phone. So always communicate and don't talk to each other when you guys are hollering at each other, screaming at each other.
When you're
if anything,
emotional.
If you guys are too emotional at that time, separate, then come back to it, because you're gonna say a lot of things that you regret. And you can't take that back. Because when somebody says something, they said it, and you feel like, oh, that's what you meant?
Yeah, because you're speaking from an emotional point, and, So, yeah, I do agree with that. Take the time, calm down, get a clear mind, and communicate. That's healthy communication. That's where that comes in at. So, how do you feel about your partner going through your phone and having passcodes, and just being open and transparent with your telephone?
In my opinion, if I feel the need to have to go through your phone, that's a problem. We need to sit down and talk.
So, you have to have a need. So you don't believe in sharing passwords?
You can share it. Doesn't matter. Like I'm not. You could share it. We can share passcodes if you want to, but the moment I feel like the moment I get the thought of what's going on with your phone, or any type of if a feeling come to me or something, and I'm like, what is you doing with your phone? That's a problem. So we need to talk about it. Why am I feeling this way?
Your intuition.
Like, are you like?
Don't lie.
What you doing to make me feel like that? But with the phone things, no, it should be open, transparent. I mean, I'm not gonna go through someone's phone. That's their privacy. And if I need to see something, I'm gonna tell you, open that up.
So sis, so you never went to no one phone?
I did before.
Oh shit!
I'm not gonna lie.
Ladies in it, don't do it.
Don't do it. I did it one time in my past, and I regretted it. And I said, you know what? And I felt so bad doing it.
Why?
I felt bad doing it.
If you're not ready to see what's in people's phones,
but that's the thing, it wasn't nothing in there.
So why you?
Nothing in there.
Why you feel bad?
Because I wasn't healed from my past.
Oh, I see.
I wasn't healed.
I see.
I wasn't healed, so I was operating from an unhealed perspective, an unhealed person perspective. I'm like, no, I was triggered.
Wow.
And I acted on them triggers.
See?
And
That was
you
your
know,
trigger.
and that caused a whole argument between me and my partner at the time. Because it's like, you could have asked me to go through my phone. We would have went through it together. You didn't have to be sneaky and, you know, go through my phone.
So did you get caught or?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
I didn't even care either. I'm just like, what is this? What is this? And it wasn't even nothing.
Sis.
I didn't even scroll down long enough to actually read the whole thing, but that's what I mean. I was triggered. I wasn't healed.
Sis, wow.
And then that's when I said, you know what, Kiana? After I did my journey, because we got to heal.
You have to heal, guys.
After I went through my healing journey, I never did it again.
Well,
And then
good.
I said, you know what? Now, after I'm healed and I know I'm good, if something bothers me, I'm asking you, babe, you know it's all about your tone. Babe, I feel some type of way. Can you just show me this?
Okay.
Can I just see your phone?
And what happens if you get that defensive partner? Like, why you want to see my phone? It's nothing in there. Like, what you mean? Like,
That's a problem for me.
that's a problem. Okay.
And then it's like, well, why are you being so defensive? Now I don't even want to see your phone.
Wow.
You know?
You know, because some people feel like, some people can feel like their phone is their private business.
It is.
And, you want to go through my phone, I can say, hey, why you want to go through my phone? Like, why? What? So because I'm taking that stance, it doesn't mean that I'm guilty. I just feel like that's my privacy, right?
Yeah.
So.
But if you feel something is going on or you feeling the urge to go through your partner's phone, don't go through their phone.
Don't do it.
Tell them, hey, this is making me some type of way. Would you be? Can we? However you want to word it. I just need to see this. Can you show me this? Because I feel some type of way about it. Can you just show me? Most of the time, they'll be like, yeah, or let's go do it together. Sometimes they still may be defensive because it's just automatic. Because like you said, some people's like, that's my privacy. Why you want to go through my privacy? You don't trust me, and that's where all the trust comes from. Yeah. But if you're really, really not doing anything, in a heartbeat, I'll be like, what you want to see? Let's go. What you need?
If you don't have anything to hide, like if that's and
then especially if your partner if they always have their phone around you and it's unlocked, like 9 to 10 times. They ain't doing nothing.
Well, see, I got a 6-code password.
You got a 6 code? I got 4.
I saw a post somewhere. They was like, you know what? That one with the 6 code, you gotta watch that. I was like, oh, that is so bad. Like, no, it's not even like that.
No, that's actually good though, because somebody can easily just jump in my phone, probably. Really? But you only gotta figure out 4 numbers. And if they know me, they ain't gonna know nothing, man. But it's nothing wrong with how many there's nothing wrong with that.
Going through
I mean, not going through their phone without them knowing, but
just being open.
Just being open about it. Never ever again, I'm gonna keep stressing this. Do not go through your partner's phone.
Just
ask them
go through their phone.
If you feel some type of way, ask them, hey, do you mind showing me this? Because I feel some type of way. Do not go through their phone. That's invading their privacy.
If you're not prepared for whatever that may be in there, it may not be anything in there, but I still recommend don't go through their phone.
No, don't do that.
While they're asleep or...
For real?
At all.
I can't. Oh, sis, I love you.
I love you too, sis.
So guys, thank you so much for spending time with us. Please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, bye.